It's your money, and hundreds of thousands of tax dollars are being spent to study drainage issues, one of which the county, Lee County, has known about for 40 years. Record rainfall brought record flooding to parts of South Fort Myers last summer, but Wink News investigative reporter Lauren Sweeney uncovers failures by the county to maintain and update drainage, and that may have also played part in the flooding.
They waded through knee-high water, hitched rides in big trucks, and even kayaked down Island Park Road.
I don't think anybody ever expected anything like this to happen back here.
But flooding in that area of South Fort Myers has been a concern for at least 40 years. Records show the largest drainage system in Lee County, the 10-mile canal, was never finished.
It is the single biggest problem.
Ted Ehrlich lives at the end of Island Park Road, and after flooding last summer devastated homes and businesses all over South Fort Myers, he and a group of homeowners decided to hire their own engineer. Ehrlich says that engineer is especially concerned with an area they've dubbed the funnel.
10-mile canal below this point overflowed its banks and flooded out all the people south of here.
10-mile canal runs south of Hanson Street and hits Old US 41 near Island Park Road. And that's where the canal was never completed, despite these design plans from the 1970s detailing how to widen and deepen it.
It narrows down to about 50 feet wide and probably about 3 feet deep at the deepest part,
essentially creating a bottleneck. The county hired the same company that recommended widening and deepening the canal in the 70s again in 2018. In a new study released this year, they point out that 10-mile canal was never completed because they hit rock while excavating, and claim the county hadn't maintained the canal either. Historical aerial photographs show sediment buildup as far back as 2010.
Have we learned, or are we going to learn from what happened? I think the answer is obvious, yes.
Commissioner Larry Kiker's district encompasses the South Fort Myers area that flooded.
Did you read the Johnson Engineering study specific to 10-mile canal?
No.
There's a portion of it that says it looks like some of these systems hadn't been maintained as far back as 2010.
Okay. The folks that we have on staff that is their job to do that, they would probably be the best ones to ask.
I tried asking, but my interview request with the county's natural resources director was declined. The county spent more than $300,000 on countywide engineering studies after Hurricane Irma. But when they presented the findings of those studies to commissioners, county staff spent most of the time talking about record rainfall.
It is unlikely any engineered solution could prevent flooding under these same circumstances if they were repeated.
The commissioners never even heard about those 40-year-old plans to expand 10-mile canal.
How is it fair to today's taxpayers that now we're on the hook for something the county was told to do 40 years ago?
Well, I'm not sure where that report was coming from the 1970s, but I'm aware that's the first I've ever heard of that. But I know overall the county is doing whatever they can to enhance those areas for flooding.
But Ehrlich's group is concerned there's not enough being done now with hurricane season around the corner.
It's not nearly enough to solve the problem that you've created over 40 years.
And Wink News investigative reporter Lauren Sweeney's live in South Fort Myers now. So Lauren, what is the county doing?
Well, I want to show you behind me, this is a bunch of sediment built up in part of 10-mile canal. The county has applied for a grant. They hope to use it to clear some of this sediment. But as far as reconstructing anything or building it to those old designs, now they have to pay another engineering company more money to study it again. So that's a long-term project that we'll see if that's going to happen or not. I want to point out I did try to reach out to Johnson Engineering. They did not want to be interviewed either. If you want to read more about this or read all of these reports, you can head to the Wink News app. I've linked everything there.
All right, Lauren Sweeney live for us. Thank you. Let's look live over downtown Fort Myers.